Hi there. When I started playing guitar back in 1986, there are a few things that I wish now that I'd had back then. And the first being a guitar case. Now this here is a really simple soft case, and you can see here it's just got a pocket at the front here. It's got a zip, it's got a strap. It's nothing special, but it does the job. And if you're just starting out playing guitar, maybe you're going to lessons, maybe you're meeting up with new musician friends, and getting in and out of a car, getting on and off a bus, can cause a little bit of unnecessary wear and tear. The second thing I would have, and as I mentioned before, this particular case has got a pocket. And the great thing about this pocket is that you can put this here. Now this is an amazing thing. It's a guitar chord book. Not just any old guitar chord book, but a guitar case chord book, as you can see. And the thing is, even with apps, with websites, etc., sometimes it's much easier just to open a book and check the chords you need. I got this after about a year of playing because people were sick of me asking,
how do you play this chord? Do you know B7? What's the chord at the end of Julia by the Beatles?
Da-na! That's right, it's a C major 7. And the brilliant thing about this is, once again, it goes in your guitar case like this. Another thing I'd have got if I'd known back then is a huge supply of Plectrums. These beautiful things here. When my folks got me my first real guitar back in 1986, I had one Plectrum. Little did I know that I would lose that thing within hours. And then I'd end up cutting up Dad's old credit cards in Plectrum shapes to use. Now that sort of thing takes forever, and you can keep them in one of these things here. Now this is a Plectrum holder. You can use this in a few ways. Like for example, this one here has an adhesive part at the back here. If you take this off like that there, you can then stick it on your guitar. Another thing you can do is put it on your wall, stick it on your wall, or keep it somewhere where you do your hour or 2 hours of practice. The alternative is to put it in your gig bag. Something else I would recommend is strings. Always have at least one spare set of strings. Now I use Doodah ones. I've used these for years, not these particular strings but the brand, and they've always played well for me. But when I was starting out, my strumming was absolutely terrible. I used to strum really hard. I'd hold the Plectrum so tight it was unbelievable, and I would break strings. So keep a spare set on you. And the other thing that you can do is stick them in your gig bag. Talking of strings, get one of these things. It's a little string winder. It's good for when you are restringing your guitar. Unwinding strings, and I'm just going to grab my guitar, like this, can take forever and ever, amen. So I would have one of these things, put it on here, and it becomes so much easier. Now, the other thing about these little guitar string winders is that they have this little groove here. And this little thing goes onto the peg, like so. Once you have unwound the string, you can then remove the peg simply and easily. And it's better to use one of these than to try using a pair of pliers to try and pull them out. And again, this thing can go into the old gig bag. Now something else I would recommend is a good string cleaner. And this one here is a Dunlop 65 Ultra Glide. It's pretty good, it does the job. And it goes directly on the strings like so. Really simple, hey. I think cleaning your strings at the end of a session is a really good idea. You need to prolong their life because strings are so expensive. Something else you could use is this little Gizmo 2. And it opens up like so. You put the liquid directly onto the Doodah, and then quite simply it goes in here, click to close, and then you can clean like that, up and down, nice and easily. Once again, these things can go into your gig bag along with your strings, your string winder, your plectrums, and your chord book, etc, etc. This gig bag here is a wonderful thing. Not only can you store your guitar accessories in here, but you can also put your vest and pants as well, should you choose to do so. There are links in the description for all of those items there, and hit the like button if you've got value out of this. Let me know in the comments if you have any of those, or if there's anything else you think I should have included in this basic list. You may have noticed that I haven't included a tuner, a guitar tuner. And that's purely because when I started out, I didn't really feel I needed one. I used to either tune up with other musicians that I was playing along with, or my guitar tutor used to help me tune up. And this really helped me develop my musical ear. But the rest are definitely things I wish I'd had back in 1986. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.